Starting the stream. Starting the stream. Hello, hello. YouTube member. Do we have a YouTube? We might not have a YouTube member role on Discord, I'm not gonna lie to you. My Discord is a little, what's it called? It's not set up the best. It did say there was one, okay. Let me see. Where are my roles? You know what? I might figure it out later. Just remind me to figure that out later. I have it. Hold up. I do have it. For some reason, it's not letting me give it to you. I'll figure it out later. Alright, welcome to the stream. Obviously today we're doing more of the 24 hours. I'm gonna start off real quick by doing my spiral scene on my storm, and then I'm gonna move to that. But today I do have like a hard time limit. I do have somewhere to be this afternoon after like 4, so I only have about like maybe 3 hours to stream. So today is gonna be a little bit of a shorter one. It's not gonna be an all-day thing. So keep that in mind. But hello. Welcome. Let me unpin this message. I'll actually just pin something that says I have somewhere to be at 4 p.m. EST. Let me just pin that message. Hello. What's up? Let me start my super chat goal as always. Set it for 3 hours. Share how I'll celebrate. I'll smile. Alright. Now let me real quick finish the spiral scene up. I got treasure cards. I'm not gonna do all of these. I usually just do like a few of them and then call it a day. Because you don't really need to do all of them to get enough points to finish it, you know? I keep meaning to move my crafting in this house, but I keep forgetting, and my crafting is at the very top floor. It's very inconvenient. I have to walk all the way up the stairs. Wish I were home. Gotta catch a train. Hope you have a good stream though. Thank you. It'll be here as a VOD waiting later if you want to watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then go feed my pet some snacks and boom. Purposely leave all my crafting stuff in the door for ease of access. I should, but I just didn't. You need to put it in a teleporter? I don't have any teleporters, that's the problem. I keep meaning to, but I keep forgetting. Hell yeah, we back. That's what I'm saying. So today, I imagine, since I have the time limit of a few hours, I imagine I'm not going to be able to complete Mushu, but I imagine I'll be able to get at least through Crimson Fields today. Okay. I think that's all I usually do for this spiral scene. So I'll just call that here, and let's get going. Let's get trooping. I have a time limit today, so I might as well make good use of my time. So, for those of you that don't remember, we completed let me not edit my deck while I'm here. Excuse me. We completed Marleybone yesterday. Not yesterday, the day before yesterday. Oh, I forgot to get a new mount. I need to go buy a new mount as well, which is fine. And we finished the end of Marleybone pretty well because we managed to get a bunch of monstrous TCs. We got the Senator's Toga, and we also got the Scar and Hasta. So we're trooping right now. Now is prime trooping time. So I'm going to... Where'd my timer go? Did I minimize it and it killed itself? I think that's what happened. Hold up. There we go. Alright. This starts... Yeah, alright. So I'm going to start the timer, and then I'm going to go get a mount, and then we will move on to Mushu. So, boom. There we go. Alright. Alright. Yo. Yo. Alright, so let me buy a one-day mount for 1,000 gold. There we go. Ah! I don't want to talk to Zeke. Calm down there. Alright. Now, I probably should also sell and buy some stuff, but I have a little bit of time, so... Damn, I should have pulled from mount. I just wanted the cheapest one. I don't know. If the other ones are more expensive, then I don't want them. Think you'll be Mushu today? Absolutely not. I have the... Did I pin the comment? I pinned the message. I have somewhere to be at 4 p.m. EST, which is in a little bit less than 3 hours. And that's like a hard limit. I do have to leave. So today's stream is going to be slightly shorter than the last few. But I'll go as far as I can today. Okay, I forgive you for leaving early. Alright. Welcome back. Welcome. I think you can beat it in 3 hours. Mushu, I don't think you can beat Mushu in 3 hours. I think I'll get... In 3 hours, I think I'll get somewhere in, like, the Kashibi village range. If I had to guess. Okay, now, the scary thing about Mushu is going to be the fight against the Jade Oni, specifically. That one's going to be a bit intimidating. We'll have to see how it goes. You're the Kaiser Noah. Bro, did you watch me try on balance? Did you watch me try? Because I have a feeling if you did, you would not be saying that. Or you might have just watched it and then forgot just exactly how bad I was. I was there, yeah. Anyone who was is probably in the know. That was rough. Do you plan on releasing the rest of the Darkmoor walkthrough? That's a great question. I still have all of the videos saved, but I kind of like got lazy and didn't edit them, and now it's a bit weird because now it's like 5 months later, and it's like, well, all right. Honestly, if I blade trap into a pierce, we'll see. You've said that many times about the Jade fight. I always find the fight to be very easy. Why are you so worried about it? I'm not worried about it. It's just a lot of health. It's a lot of health, and 1v1 is potentially a bit dangerous. Hey, can we still request songs? I mean, you can give me a song recommendation, I'll listen to it. I can't listen to things in the background because my stream will get copyright claimed, but you can give me a song to cue. Didn't catch last stream how far into Mushu you are. This is the first quest of Mushu. I should be able to do this, and it should boost and kill. Release them all together in one video, 4-hour video. Yeah, I would need to edit it down a bit because there were some like breaks we took, and then some other stuff like that. All right, most impressive. That's what I'm saying, man. I think with the level 30 hat, I should get a little bit extra damage. And I could definitely get a new ring and a theme just for more health. I don't know about everything else. A deck might be good too. Good morning / afternoon. Good morning. Good afternoon. That's what I meant. Apologies by escaping reality. That's my bass song. I'm playing the drums and doing the screamo. Okay. Respect. Give us the uncut footage. I want the raw death gameplay. The uncut footage of Darkmoor is a bit too long, and I also don't know. There's possibilities that we talked about things that I can't put in stream, and I don't mean like weird stuff. I mean like, I have no idea if I accidentally would dox myself if that's the case. So I would definitely need to edit it. The top 10 boss video was great. I'm happy to hear that. I try. I got the Alpha and Omega ring yesterday after like 3 hours of solo farming. Not bad, not bad. But it's already at Mushu. Yeah, we're trucking. Yesterday's, or not yesterday's, I keep saying yesterday's stream. I think it was the day before yesterday. But, the stream the other day, we managed to do pretty well. We completed Croc in, like, the remainder 30 minutes that I had left for the Tomb of the Storms. And then... Okay, 30 minutes was a bit of an underestimate, but we completed most of Mushu, got up to level 30, and then used my one of 3 allotted team-ups to do Mount Olympus, and then it went pretty fast, and then obviously the counterweights and Big Ben went really fast because I had a bonus starting pip, which went nuts. Big agree on the Blower being on top. I love the Blower fight. I thought it was really good. I wasn't sure how much people would agree with that video or not, because I don't know how much like my opinions on the bosses are a bit different than other people's, but most people seem to think it was pretty fine, which is cool. Was surprised to not see the Dream Ambrose. I just didn't really... The cheats of that fight weren't that interesting to me. How long would you say it takes to solo Arc 3 and 4 on a Storm? The entire thing might be close to impossible, to be honest. There are some fights that are going to be incredibly difficult on a Storm. Just because you're way too squishy. But... I don't know. I would say if you go to my how long it takes to beat Wizard101 video, just take those hours and then lengthen them a little bit. What school are you playing? I'm on a myth. The EXP changes are insane. Of course, I've been doing all the side quests, but I just finished Celestia on balance at level 70. Yeah, the Arc 1 XP changes definitely boosted early Arc 1 and... or all of Arc 1 and early Arc 2. You still feeling good about your original guess on where you'll end up after 24 hours? I think... I mean, yeah, I think that mid Celestia is going to be very doable. I would be shocked if I didn't, at the very least, complete Arc 1. It's weird. I like taking my time letting the voice actors speak dialogue every time I play through the game. Is it weird? I don't think so. I still listen to dialogue semi-frequently. I know a lot of people don't really care for the story and whatnot, but I... Okay, that was just unlucky. Okay, I've been updated that I need to leave around 3:30, so my stream limit is 3:30. So that is in 2.5 hours. So we have plenty of time to do a bit of Mushu today. Do you think you get to 38 before Jade Oni, you get a decent single hit? We'll see. I mean, yeah, I definitely should. I'm already level 32. I'd be shocked. How much do you care about houses / decorating on your main characters? I care... Man, this is... Okay, this is not going so well. I care about what houses they use a lot, but not decorating, really. I'm just not that into it. I've wanted to get into it in the past, but I just... I don't have it in me. Okay, these guys are myth, which is going to be a bit unlucky. So let me do that. Would have loved to see Ponce in your top 10 boss video, but still great video. Yeah, he's alright. Not my favorite, not my least favorite. Alright, let's do this. Somehow I did not draw a convert at all. Let me see, how much resist do these guys have? They have 40% resist, so theoretically I could hit through. We'll see. It took 55 runs to get every gear in Castle Darkmoor. Did they nerf the drop rates? No, that's about what that's about what you'd expect for Castle Darkmoor. Castle Darkmoor has quite the notoriously low drop rate. Will you stream again today, or whenever you're done with the thingy, or is this for today? I'm going to be busy for the rest of the day, so this is going to be just a little bit of a shorter stream, and then I'm going to move on. I'll probably stream again in the next... I don't know exactly when, but soon-ish. Within the next few days, probably. The true endgame is cosmetics, so what's the drippiest stitch you can earn in 24 hours? I mean, in 24 hours, not much. I mean, by the end of this, I'm probably going to be level 60, so... Or not level 60, maybe like mid-level 50s. The yokai gear, though, that's pretty tough. Yeah, that's pretty tough. You're not wrong, you're not wrong. Alright, they didn't put up any shields, which is good. I would have preferred to... I should probably fix my deck a little bit right now. I should probably be adjusting my deck. It would make this a little bit different. Fair enough. Can't wait for the 12-hour stream next time. Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Not gonna be doing that. The 7-hour stream I did day one was like that shit hurt my vocal cords. All right. This is probably a bit excessive overkill. Just a little bit. It's fine. Okay. Give me that. Let me make my deck a little bit smaller. I think I have a little bit too much in it right now. Is a 7-hour stream the longest you stream ever? Yes, definitely. Okay, and the other one ran away. Unlucky. Do you think you're gonna get through Mushu today? Not with the time limit I have. I think I'm gonna get through at least Crimson Fields. Bro, where are the... There he is. Took him a little bit to get here. Yeah, no, I can't. I don't have it in me to stream that long. Remember playing D&D for 20 hours straight one day? Worst decision ever made? That's a long time to be playing D&D. If I ever did any kind of like Wiz 24-hour stream, it would be excessively brutal. I would have to like find different things in Wiz to do. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Didn't mean to yawn in your ears. I'd have to find different things to do in Wiz, because there's no way I could just quest for 24 hours straight. Alright. I need to beat 2 of these, which is good. Everyone was baked from non-stop junk food and no sleep. It was about 6 in the morning when we stopped. That sounds very excessive. Alright. I don't remember this being part of the main quest back in the day. I'm sure it always has been, but for some reason I don't remember this part. I think a bladed humongo frog just kills. Unless they use Spirit Shield. I don't know if I can use Spirit Shield, though. I can use Elemental Shield. I figured that was the case. I'm not sure about Spirit Shield, though. Alright. Yo, what's up, Noah? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Do you play any other games in your free time? I do play a few other games. Semi-actively. I play Bethesda games. My favorite game of all time is Fallout New Vegas. Been into Resident Evil recently. I usually play a lot of Valorant, but I took a break from that because I was too addicted to it. Alright. I believe in you, Noah. The sheer amount of mob fights won't stop my goat. I will get through them, surely. Alright. The Humongo Frog Simulator, let's go. Here I am. It's Humongo Frog time. Think you'll be alive to see the Elder Scrolls 6 release? Probably not. Okay, I don't think there's any feasible way for me to get 2 in battle here. I could try, though. I did not get 2 in battle. I think I just hope that I collect first try and make good time. I think that's the play. Should have discarded my feint there, but whatever. What's your Valorant main? Oh, that's just annoying. I main Sentinels, so Cypher, Deadlock, Vice. Skyrim's just fun. Yeah, Skyrim is great. Alright, I'm gonna pierce into a Humongo Frog and really hope that he doesn't put up another shield. Because if he puts up another shield, that's just annoying. That would simply be a little bit annoying. Mushu is certainly a world. I used to love it as a kid, but the more I do it, the more I'm like, you know, I don't vibe with this world as much as I used to. I need them to go back and redo the textures. If they redo the textures, I think it's a goated world. I think it's like an A-tier world. Just purely on textures alone. I will be a little peeved if they decide to, because they've been redoing the textures, right, like very slowly. If they decide to do Marleybone next, which I know that it makes sense to do Marleybone next, like that would just logically make sense given they did Wizard City and Croc, I will be a little bit sad because I think that Mushu needs it so much more than Marleybone. Like Marleybone doesn't even need a graphic update. But I feel like they're going to. I feel like they're going to. Dodaga. Alright. Fish teleporter. Cyrus is talking to me, telling me that he has the Minotaur spell for me. But I'm busy. I'm busy, buckaroo. I think Marleybone looks fine. Mushu really needs it more. That's what I'm saying. The nostalgia of the old graphics is so good, though. I hope they add a classic mode. It would be nice. But I'll be honest, out of any world that I feel like doesn't need a classic mode, Mushu is up there. You don't like seeing bamboo for 6 hours straight? I don't mind seeing bamboo if the bamboo isn't two-dimensional and ugly as hell. They could just use the textures for Pirate 101 for Marleybone. That would be very good. Pirate 101 Mushu is one of the the most goated looking worlds. Bamboo needs some depth. Does need that. Alright, let's remove that blade. I'm going second, which is a little bit annoying, but it should be fine. Honestly, if I faint next round, I should be goated. Noah, why is pet hatching so tedious? KingsIsle wants you to spend as much time playing this game as possible. And their way to do that seems to be making things more tedious than making more things fun. Welcome to the stream, Christian. Welcome, welcome. Pirate 101 in general looks better just because most worlds were made later. I mean, a lot of, if you line up the timeline, it's just like anything post-Celestia would be around the same time as, if you tower shield, I swear to God. Okay, we're good. Everything like post-Zopharia would have lined up with Pirate 101. Mushu Wiz is what depression looks like, but light mode. It's a little blinding, for sure. Dodaga is so memorable for no reason. Honestly, kind of agree with that. Dodaga. Yokai seems too mainstream cool. Give me some off-meta 24-hour drip. I don't think there is... The first 24 hours of this game does not have many cool-looking drops, IMO. Have you played Deadlock? No, no, no. Where is your pet? No pet. I think... Because I've thought about it quite a bit. And I think in the time that... I could have bought a pet for gold in the shopping district and just got it up naturally. But the problem is that to hatch with another pet, I would need to get it up to adult. Plus I would need gold, which would take me until probably post... Like, I would be surprised if my pet had gotten to adult by the end of Dragonspire. Then, from there, we would need to hatch. Hope I get the right pet. Also, I would never be able to train it up. I would just have to use it for the item card, and I just don't think the item card would be that worth it. Don't you get a free pet eventually from the professors? I don't think so. Oh, yeah, well, there's... Okay, there is one for a quest, but... Insignia gear is cool, but unfortunately overused. It's really the only standout gear in Arc 1. Number 1 Insignia hater reporting for duty. I feel like Insignia gear is fine, but it needs to be tasteful. Like, you can't use a full set of Insignia gear. You need to, like, you know, only use 1 or 2 pieces. Even 2 is a bit much, to be honest. I think that, I know that the Elegant Hat is the most basic part of both of my stitches, but I think that those stitches, like, look a lot better because of the Elegant Hat. If it was something other than the Elegant Hat, I think it would look a bit weird. I mean, I'm sure there's something else I could use, but I'm waiting for that day. Waiting for KingsIsle to add something, but remains to be seen, remains to be seen. I did not leave a Marcus Sanasai, but I should probably do that. You know, I feel like what this playthrough is teaching me is that this game is actually kind of fast if you want it to be. I mean, I know later on it slows down a lot, but like early game especially, I think I always like think about it and I dread doing it because I'm like I don't want to, but honestly, it goes pretty fast. More of a robe guy. My favorite part of the insignia gear is the robe. Robes are pretty good. It depends on the robes. I only think that there's only a few insignia gear robes that I actually actively like. Like the Daredevil robe is pretty cool, but that one is very basic. Like everyone's used the Daredevil robe. I like the Jester robe a lot. I think those ones are pretty cool. I have 10 training points as a level 28 Death Wizard. What should I spend my points on? That's a great question. I think that Death is probably one of the classes that needs to dual school or train something else up the least. You're going to have a lot of things to train once you get to Celestia with astral spells. But, I mean, it's really up to you. Do you want to dual school? Because I feel like with Death is probably the school that needs to dual school the least. The only insignia gear I've ever used with the elegant hat. Nobody's using the sock. Yeah, I like the elegant hat too a lot. I think it's the best of the insignia gear. Okay, you know, I don't know how I didn't get Humongo Frog, but that's okay. Probably wait till Celestia. Thanks, knowing you're the goat. Love your vids. No problem, no problem. Thank you for watching. Are you okay with people joining you and helping? Just got back into Wizard101 after a decade of not playing. Only have a little 50 Death Wizard. This playthrough is a no help playthrough. No help type of playthrough. In the future, if I do other streams that aren't challenge runs, though, I'm down. But this one's designed to see how far I can get. Let's just plated Humongo Frog. Perfect. What's the best Beast Moon form? You're asking the wrong person. Maybe someone in chat knows, but I certainly don't. I'm currently max level, but don't know what stats I should be looking for in terms of damage for School Weaving. I'm myth with Storm Weaving. Not sure if you can help answer that. I mean, if you're max level, you just want to go for a lot of damage, and then for pins, you want to go for, I think it's the Punishing Pins, which have Pierce and damage. By the way, by dual schooling, do people mean being able to hit with a different school or use other hits utility? Usually they mean full using all of their spells. So like utility, hits, everything. I think I've gone second in like every fight so far today. Actually, speaking of insignia gear, imagine they extended it to other gear sets outside of Wizard City gear. There'd certainly be more variety. That would be really sick. I think especially, can you imagine if they added insignia gear to like the... That's a weakness. Can you imagine if they added insignia gear to like the Marleybone gear sets? So I have 2 insignia use stitches on all my wizard stitches. One's for life, using Astral Robe and other pieces, but it's a sword from Kingdom Hearts inspired stitch. That's pretty sick. You know, I've thought about getting the Keyblade for what? Oh, that's unlucky. That weakness kind of rolled me there. I think that this goes through their resist enough. The second one is the Shadow Robe and Clown Mask with the Sinbad boots, the purple ones. Hell yeah. Like, I'm a life that went full into balance for the Oni Shadow spell, but I'm not sure if it'd be better to just be a normally life storm meta rad. I mean, that's up to you. I feel like the whole appeal to weaving is that you can be whatever you want to be, right? Join the club, Keyblade wielders forever. Yeah, I've wanted one, but I also don't want to farm one. And I also don't have the, I think that is like one of the only housing gauntlets I don't have. Did you restart? I restarted on a myth like after an hour and a half of episode 1. Steph and I got one because we're Kingdom Hearts fans. Hell yeah. Admittedly, have never been that into Kingdom Hearts. Not out of, like, a dislike of it, but just because I never got into it. But, yeah, that's like one of the only Housing Gauntlets I don't think I have. Well, I say one of the only. There's quite a few. I don't have the Doomsday Croc Gauntlet or the Sinbad Gauntlet or anything. Happen to have the Gauntlet, actually, if you want to use it sometime. I'm down. I feel like I bought too many Housing Gauntlets, you know what I mean? Like, you ever go to your house and you see that you have, like, 10 Housing Gauntlets and you're like, wow, I feel like I've bought too many of these. Do a die equals reset? I'm good. I'm good. Doesn't sound fun to me. There are plenty of other people on this platform that do that, that are actually into that idea. Is it blasphemy to wonder what insignia gear would look like on other world gear? I don't think so. I think that would be great if they could add insignia gear to other gear sets, because it would be fresh and new, right? So it wouldn't be overused. Like, yeah, I mean, imagine like the Dragonspire gear or the Marleybone gear. I feel like that shit would hit. Ice Shield, okay. I got one Housing Gauntlet because the Accursed Play needed that Pixie TC. Fair, fair. Wasn't there Marleybone insignia gear from forever ago? I think there was a set of I think there was a set of insignia gear that yeah, there was a set of like Marleybone insignia gear that was retired. It's pretty cool looking. How much money would it take for you to do the ice playthrough? I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't think, like, why would I do the ice playthrough right now? You know what I mean? I'm having a lot of fun doing this, and I also am in like my least favorite part of the game on my ice playthrough. Surprised you chose a myth. Surprised you chose a myth, given that you have a max myth. Do you not mind having the same class over again? The plan for this guy's not going to make it past this challenge. I mean, he's going to make it past the challenge, but then he's not going to make it much further than that, because I do not plan on, don't plan on keeping him forever. Ice is mid, changed my mind. I feel like that's a very lukewarm take. Gauntlets add up a lot. I mainly buy them if they're on sale, but today, since I got the new car, I've been much more different on how I spend my money. Fair, fair. New car is sick as hell. I've had the exact same car for 7 years now, and I'm honestly shocked it's lasted this long. But it's the GOAT. Let's see. The last one's by the fish teleporter. What if I just used my mark and then took the teleporter? I think that might be the play. Plan on doing another challenge like this, or just playing on another Wiz? I have some other challenge ideas. My next challenge idea, I think, is I'm excited to do other ones. Not necessarily, I'm not disliking this one. I'm actually having a lot of fun doing this, but I'm excited to do ones without like a time crunch. You know what I mean? Like ones where I can just focus on playing the game and focus on the challenge itself and having fun. I have an idea for a different one that I'm really excited about. Man, I have gone second like every battle so far. Love it, nothing too special, but it's reliable. That's all I can ask for. Love my Toyota Corolla. Toyota Corolla is kind of goated actually, especially as like a first car kind of thing. They're reliable as hell. That's probably a tower shield. I hate you. Frankly, I hate you. How about no time limit? How far can you get with a starter deck? Well, at the very least, Mushu, given the fact I'm still using it. Alright, this guy double tower shielded. I feel like if I use Minor Fire Scorch into a troll, he's dead. Are we having a good day, Noah? I'm having a great day. Hope you are too. Hope everyone's having a fine Wednesday. Chill Wednesday. Froggy's made it to Safari at level 1, so I'm pretty sure a starter deck can get you that far. Yeah, I mean, I feel like as long as you... In this game, I mean, the whole thing... Is that another tower shield? Okay, we're good. I mean, the whole thing about this game, and one thing that people don't like, is the fact that the small deck meta, where you want to put as little cards in your deck as possible. I mean, that's the best way to get through the game, right? As soon as you get to like level 40, you don't even need as long with the starter deck. I mean, starter deck has more than enough slots, right? While you attack. Is this whole challenge just losing your mind every time a fight takes an extra turn? I'm not that. If I was thinking about it like that, I would probably be crashing out like all the time. Especially today. It's been a little bit on the slower side today, but I mean, what world do you think you can take me on? Not this one, wizard. It does kind of suck when they take a bit extra. I mean, I'd be crashing out, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, it does suck when they take a lot of time. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I haven't needed to... The starter deck can't really... The starter deck isn't really that, like, bad, right? You can use it to get through most of the game. Fine. Do you watch any sports? No, not really. I watch esports, if that counts. But I'm not too into, Bro, can you not? Is that another shield? Okay. Alright. Let's see, do I fizzle? Probably. I mean, a minus 45 is rough. No, I hit anyway. Look at me go. That's okay, that's kind of sick, actually. Starter deck can honestly hold on till 95. I feel like I could make a starter deck last the entire game. I'm pretty sure I could make it last the entire game. The worst part is going to be when you usually upgrade to have other stuff, right? To have jewels, but like I feel like before that it's like you don't need it. The extra pip at level 100 would be rough, yeah. That's true. But it wouldn't make the game harder, it would just make the game longer. Yeah, but certain schools definitely want like a deck pip a lot. Like especially Storm and Death nowadays when they have with what's it called? Cthulhu and Glowbugs. 95 is when decks get +1 starting pip. Where? Where? As far as I know, the first deck pips are at like level 104.
Samurais, we have been waiting for you. If you would honor the general with your presence, please.
Let's hit up a no AoE challenge run next. It's gonna be lit. I mean, I think the problem with that is just it's not an interesting challenge because you know that you can do it and you can know how you do it. It just takes a lot longer. Please fight Yakido. In a run where I'm trying to go as fast as possible, it's not very cohesive to that. No AoE challenge, it's just normal gameplay but slower. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I was kind of doing that with my death playthrough that I did a little bit of, that I stopped, but... I mean, yeah, it's not really a challenge, right? It just takes a little bit longer. Archmagus Lorcan drops 95 decks with pips. Okay. Interesting. If I could make one improvement to Ice, I'd change Frost Giant's stun effect to a Legion Shield instead. That would be pretty good. King's seems hesitant to make Frost Giant better though. Took them like a few years to upgrade it from, what was its damage before? Like 460? Alright. This guy is at the green teleporter.
It is safe to return.
I think that's the fish teleporter.
Orders from Rikugon.
420 Frost Giant, 475 is pathetic. Yeah, I mean, the old Frost Giant was rough. How long have I been going for? Only 40 minutes. Honestly? You know, the guy that said that I could beat Mushu in the allotted time I have today might have been spitting. I might actually... I don't know if I can beat Mushu, but I think I'm gonna get close. Which is a little bit crazy. Key 1 is more Ganth gear, can actually show up in the bazaar. I got the wand getting lucky and the helmets drop like crazy. I'll be honest, I haven't seen the Chrysalis world gear in the bazaar, like, at all. Like, if people don't sell it. I don't know where it goes, but people don't sell it. Okay. If I convert both of these, and then Blade, I have a boost. I feel like I can kill. Honestly. I'd like Frost Giant to have a taunt. I feel like a taunt wouldn't do much. Is the bazaar gear only gear that other people sell? I mean, anything that is sold in the bazaar is bazaar gear, yeah? Who was your one death to? My one death was to Biddy Narini. I forgot to go train Cyclops like a dumbass, and then got absolutely murked. Let's just do this. Damn, I'm hitting through these. I'm hitting through these. I mean, I know that this was 100% accuracy, but yeah, I watched that death. Yeah, that was rough. That was stupid. That was the epitome of me doing something stupid and then losing because of it. Because otherwise, I've been fine. I think there's been 2 times where I've come very close to death. Actually, it might be 3 times. I think there was 2 of them have been just against mob enemies. One of them was against the enemies in... Fuck, where was it? It was in against the Narinis in the Palace of Fire, and then there was another one against... Okay, that's just annoying. There was some against Hooligans in Marleybone, if I remember correctly. Or no, it was the Devious Scratchers. That's what it was. Devious Scratchers. Those guys sucked. Last stream you told me I wouldn't miss getting world gear because of the power of Waterworks gear. Just to look Mirror Lake and Atlantia last night. Yeah, you were so right. Who made this game so hard? It's, Yeah, I mean, with Waterworks, I mean, we used Waterworks gear for so many levels, right? On console, Waterworks gear is still the best gear set at level 60. So, how about a run where every time you die your fleet check gets to vote on a piece of gear you have to trash? I feel like the problem with that, though, is that that's so like, if it was a game where you would die like very, very frequently, that works and that's fun. But I feel like in this game I wouldn't die all that much. I think the devs just need to try playing this game on non-devs accounts to see how tedious some of the grind is. I feel like very specifically, I would just like that. I would be shocked if any of the devs have done the spell weaving. If any of the devs have done the spell weaving, I would legitimately, like, my jaw would drop. Because the spell weaving is not it, man. I watched your video where you said the Marleybone pack was worth buying for the offensive gear, but I haven't seen it in the shop. It's possible the Marleybone Motorist pack isn't on console. If that's the case, then the defensive one with, what's it called? The Forbidden Library pack is probably the second best one.
I will defend this path, wizard. None shall pass.
I highly doubt they did it. It's just like, that shit is so tedious, I refuse to believe it.
We will fight against your enemy.
Streaming it never happened. Do you see Aiden Ross says he watches your videos? Unfortunately, I did see that. Kind of made me throw up in my mouth a little bit, but what can you do? Damn, everything here is ice? That sucks. Let me throw in some converts. Watching you and playing Wiz at the same time is therapeutic. I love to hear that. Okay, you didn't shield. I like that. Unless this is a tower shield, in which case I don't like that. Ice Blade? I'll take it. Heard that a lot of the devs are Death Wizards. That's what I'm saying. I feel like the devs must be Death Wizards. With the amount of, the sheer amount of, like, how crazy Death Wizards are, they must be. Pep finally got Maycast Hex and Maycast Curse. I just need Hex Train, Balance Blade, and Reliquary. You know? Good luck with that. How many devs do you think are childhood Wiz players? Well, I feel like a lot of them have been working for a long time, right? Like, a lot of the devs have been there for years now. Like, Artie and Ratbeard, they're like... they old. I feel like a lot of the newer KI employees, like the ones that played Wiz as a kid, aren't devs. They're like other things, right? 4 a.m. here, take it as a compliment, but I use your vids to sleep better. That is honestly one of the biggest compliments, I feel like. As someone who uses YouTube videos to fall asleep, I feel like being told that I'm someone's like they use my voice to fall asleep, that's like one of the biggest compliments I could have, I feel like. Alright. Humongo Frog. What about Aiden Ross makes you throw up in your mouth when you watch your videos? Just curious. He's every kind of ist that you could put at the end of a word. He's not a good person. Let's see. Those shields are annoying. I should be fine, though. It's like a badge of honor to be a sleep YouTuber. That's what I'm saying. Would you recommend the caramel world gear? No. The caramel gear kind of sucked. The hat boots and wand are fine. Everything else is not fine. The robe doesn't even give damage. So I would avoid caramel a little bit. Imagine he's listening to the stream right now. If that's the case, then, you know, I don't know what to say. Okay, this battlefield quest has been made significantly more annoying when they removed the glitch where it counts multiple times. It's also very annoying when I don't get a blade. I think the devs need to try each school and actually test out their own features before releasing them. Devs put too much work on their beta testing players without testing features themselves. I just think that they don't... Do they even have beta testers? Aren't we the beta testers? I feel like we're the beta testers. No? We do it in test realm. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think they have beta testers. Because if they had beta testers, I feel like we wouldn't keep getting these features like extremely half baked into the game. There we go. Took me like 4 rounds to get a convert. I mean, they rely too much on test realm player feedback and they come off as ignorant when features keep coming out bad. I mean, yeah, that's fair. I think that the problem I have with KI is they do seem like extremely out of touch with... Like, I feel like, right, because the whole argument of, like, it's an MMO, it's supposed to be grindy, I feel like it works. It works to an extent. It makes sense, right? I just started spacing out mid-sentence. What was I saying? I'm a horrible streamer, I'm sorry. I feel like the grindiness works to an extent, but they don't understand just how grindy it is, and it's not fun to compensate for that. Like, the whole thing about MMOs being grindy is usually they're fun in the meantime, but I feel like a lot of the Wiz tedium grindiness is just not fun. Like, the whole reason why I don't do spell weaving is that spell weaving is not fun. Otherwise, like, you know, I probably would actually do it. I would grind through it. Alright, Warlord Katsumori. I'm level 35, so I think after Crimson Fields, I'm going to go buy some gear at the bazaar. Because I have quite a bit of gold right now, especially if I sell. Real? That's what I'm saying. I don't know, I just... Every time I've tried spell weaving, I get, like... I get to the quest and I go, you know, I'm good. Something, keep making videos, bro. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. That's very generous of you. I will keep making videos. I keep slowing down a little bit recently. I have been slowing down a little bit recently because I've been... oh, I forgot about the infinite loading screen here. I've been slowing down a little bit recently because I've been doing these streams, but I think later today I'm going to record 2 or 3 videos, and then in the future I'm going to try to pre-record some videos. I don't usually do that because I like to...
You have shown skill to reach me,
I like it to be,
this is
like,
where your luck runs out.
not fresh, but... Alright, let's see. This one should be easy. The next one I think is a 1v3. Let's see. Bladed Humongo Frog. We'll just throw up a trap. I'd love to see the devs legitimately grind the game, but they couldn't. I just want to see them do the grindy shit. Like, I feel like the actual... A lot of the base game is fine. Like, if we're talking, like, the base questing, it's not the best, don't get me wrong, but I think it's fine where it is. But I would love to see them do things like spell weaving or spell element grinding or something and see, like, yeah, like, is this what you want your game to be like? I honestly like watching your streams in between videos because it's different. I mean, I imagine it's very different. Beyond me talking about things outside of the game, I also talk more, almost, if that makes sense. Hot take, I don't think the grind for gear is that bad, not counting Dragoon. I will say, sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But one thing I do want to say is that a lot of people, for some reason, think that they need to grind all of the gear within a week. And I don't know why. I think that is the problem. Because I think that, I think the new Darkmoor gear was actually very, not pleasant, but I think it was very good in terms of, like, drop rate / grind. But for some reason, everyone thinks you have to farm the gear within a week of the world coming out. So they make it think it's worse than it is. Thank you so much for the $10 donation. That's very, very generous of you. Your patience for this game is admirable. You've got a lot more than I have. I'd also pay to see the devs try their own grind. I would too, to be honest. Thank you. That's very, very generous of you. Do you think they'll improve square jewels? Square jewels right now are... They're fine. They, I mean, there's... What? There's the outgoing healing, there's health jewels, but those are like max level, so yeah, I guess they're not that good, but why are my comments not showing up? They have been, unless I'm crazy. Unless there are some that aren't showing up, but I've been reading them. I just don't read everything out loud. I read like 90% of things out loud. My bad. Alright, if I blade into... Okay, weakness is annoying. But I can now use a wand spell to remove the weakness and a shield into a Humongo Frog. I got confused, my bad. No problem, sorry. Sometimes I'll read everything out loud, sometimes I won't. Depends on the day. That Wisteria boss fight. What Wisteria boss fight are you talking about? Are you talking about, like, the Tower of the Elephant at level 60, or are you talking about a different boss fight? Because I will say, I think that if a KI dev tried to do Irvin the Barbarian at level 60, they would fail. And I think it'd be really funny. 45 Mithraya runs where there's no way to re-challenge other than running the entire dungeon against Devil's Work. Yeah, I agree. Also, I am in a little bit of pain. I should be fine because they don't have pips, and I should be able to kill at least 2 of them next round. But this is the most dicey it's been in a little bit. The pains of going second, I guess. Okay, that's a big fizzle. That's a big fizzle. I mean, you don't need atavistic gear, so just ignore it. But that's the thing, is that if you don't need it, but atavistic gear would be really, really good if you could grind it, like, better. Okay, I only killed one of them. That's annoying. Alright, I guess I discarded my other Humongo Frog, so that's weird. Me out here discarding shit. Sometimes all you need in life is a Noah stream and a breakfast burrito for dinner. That sounds killer. I would love that right now. You can't auto go first in a group, but you need a full group of 4. Try to be positive about the game and the conversation just change the negative aspects. Why do I do this? I feel like it's very easy to talk about the negative aspects of the game rather than the positive. Because, like, I mean, if you're just like... Like how not fun, but like how engaging is it to just sit here and being like, you know what's really fun? The story of the game. I think the story of the game's pretty good.
You have found the Emperor's sword.
All right, that one was a little bit more dicey than it needed to be, but Crimson Field's done. So let's, excuse me, sorry. Let's do this, and then I'm going to just leave a mark right here, and I'm gonna go do some shit. And you don't understand, if you aren't positive about everything 100% of the time, you're a doomer. I feel like I try my absolute best to not be considered a doomer, because I feel like I'm actually very positive about the game most of the time, but there's definitely a... It's like twofold. There's definitely a subsect of the audience that are doomers, and then there's also people that think that anyone that looks at the game negatively is a doomer. And it's like, no. I actually think that the game is fine. I just wish it was better. Okay, hold up. I might be loaded right now. I'm going to assume that that's... Why did you ban Metrolata? I assume that's how you do it. I'm going to assume it's just you on an alternate account because you're being weird. Because you were being weird as hell. And I told you 3 separate times you were being weird and to not be weird. And then every time you kept being weird. So I said, bye. I'm done. Where do I buy strong treasure cards? Is it different on console and PC? I mean, I would recommend buying Monstrous, and you go to the Arcanum apartment, and then you walk out the door, and then that's where you go. If you want, I think in my tips and tricks for new player video, I show it off how to do it. Okay, hold up. That's goated. Let me see. Boots. I can probably get something with accuracy and power pip, maybe, or not accuracy and power pip, accuracy and damage. That's good. Okay, hold up. Things are going well. I'm gonna finally get one of these as an upgrade because I think that that would be great. And then I think, yeah, look at that. All right, you can't do that anymore. You can still go. You can still do that. They fixed that on console. You mean they specifically fixed monstrous things on console? There's no way. Sold my Arcanum apartment 2 years ago. Rest in peace. Sorry, I haven't been reading because I've been selling shit. Let's see. Just wanted to ask, as a critique or reviewer, don't you feel obligated to try all the game to give a fair opinion on it? You should do spell weaving so you can better explain why it's bad. I have done spell weaving. I have done spell weaving. For PvP, I don't need to do a first-person perspective on spell weaving, or not spell for PvP, because nobody does PvP anymore. If you look like 5 years ago, everyone and their mother did PvP. Now you look at it today and like 10 people total do PvP. I feel like I don't need to try it to explain that PvP is bad. So Queen Calypso drops atavistic rings. If you're on PC, yes. Do you have a shareable version of the spreadsheet that you made for Stunnable Boss? I've been going back to the video to see the spreadsheet because it's very useful. I can make it shareable. I don't know why I didn't do that. I feel like I should have. I'm a little bit shocked I didn't. If I remembered, if I remember to do it after this, like if you're in my Discord server, you can just ping me or something. I'll make it shareable and put it in the description. PvP is cringe anyway. I see, the thing about PvP is is I agree it... Okay, I don't know how I just missed him there. I agree PvP is cringe and the community was toxic, but it was also one of the, like, most... not thriving aspects about this game, but it was like a big thing, right? And I feel like I want PvP to succeed just purely based on the fact I think it would be really good for the game if it did. I feel like PvP can be good. You just need to they just need to cleanse the community. They need to have a better ban system, I feel like. The video has most of the info, but not all the Aztec and Chrysalis bosses fit on the screen. Alright, I'll, let me look up. Let's see. Wizard101 stunnable bosses. Why am I not finding my own video? Stunning is useless. That's the old video. Where's the new one? I'm gonna do this later. I give up. What's up? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean, I feel like PvP, even like, you don't even need to go back into like the prehistoric times of this game to look at good PvP. I feel like PvP was fine like a good, like 10 years ago even. It wasn't great, but I feel like it, you know, it was significantly better than it is now, if that makes sense. Good evening, everyone. How are y'all doing? I'm doing great. I hope you are as well. Tori's tripping out in chat that, you know, if they are actually an alternate account to the person that I banned, that makes sense. But I'm way too lazy to just insta do it again, so I'm giving them another 3 strikes. Everyone has 3 strikes unless they say something really weird, in which case they're just dead. No comment? Alright, listen, I'm just saying, I'm warning you. I'm, like, if you're weird again, you're gonna die again. It's just that simple. I feel like it's a very, very simple thing to just not be weird. Had to do singing pretty lips or something. There was something like that. There were some other things as well. Slapping bans on everything is the laziest thing you can do for PvP in a game. That's what I'm saying. As someone who never did PvP, I always thought it was weird that that's how they chose to go about it. Because I feel like that is the laziest way you could do it. Cave of Solitude is my favorite place in Mushu. I like Cave of Solitude a lot. I wish that it was I don't know. I haven't... The quest line's not my favorite. Pirate 101's trash and never returning to that game. Waste of time and money. I like Pirate 101. I feel like Pirate 101's actually pretty good. The only problem I have with Pirate 101 is that the ship combat is absolutely ass. I don't know who looked at the ship combat in Pirate 101 and just said that that's how it should work, but it is bad. Pirate 101 low-key has a better combat system than Wiz. I think it's more fun. Never mind, the arcane apartment thing still works. I don't know why, but I tried it 2 or 3 weeks ago and it wouldn't let me. I have no idea what to say, man. Better, maybe not, more engaging. I think the Pirate 101 combat is definitely more engaging. That's a fizzle, that's annoying. Pet Derby should be the main game. Shit, dude. Pet Derby mentioned in the year of our Lord 2026. Pet system is horrible in Pirate 101, way worse than Wizard 101. I don't know anything about pets in Pirate, I'll be honest. I never trained up a pet. Anybody create a new character instead of Life and Death currently on Azteca? Hell yeah. As soon as you complete Azteca and then like maybe a bit of Chrysalis, you're into the good parts of the game. Pet Derby was interesting. Shame it was completely abandoned. I mean, Pet Derby is like ancient Wizard101 lore. I imagine that most players that play the game right now haven't even tried Pet Derby. Okay. Apparently I'm not drawing a Humongo Frog, whatever. Pets and Pirate is what you would think would be a good side system when you're not online for Wiz Pet training, but unfortunately it's the main way to train. I just, I don't know. I think when I was on Pirate, what I would just do is I would just send my pet out into the wild, have him go train, but I didn't know what it actually did for him. I think it just made him stronger. Did Croc look better in Pirate 101? Is Croc in Pirate 101? Also, they updated Croc in Wizard 101, so Croc actually looks pretty good in Wiz now. It's a click game and have them go in cooldown to earn XP? Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think I remember when I was playing Pirate, I just sent them off into the wild and was like, go, my child. Be free. I never really tried that hard. But in Pirate, I only made it to Aquila, I think. And that was a long time ago now. I can skip all these fights. Let's see. Why is that so far away? You said that you shouldn't buy crowns, or at least advocated that you don't have in your past videos. Would you say it's a bad idea to drop $100 on crowns, but only once and never buy crowns again? I mean, I'm a proponent of you only buy crowns for... I feel like there's only a few acceptable reasons to buy crowns. One is stitching, or going for a specific item to stitch. I feel like those are like, that's one reason. A second reason is to buy energy elixirs, specifically when it's double pet XP, but I still wouldn't recommend it, but that's valid. And you know what? That's actually it. Just those two. Why is Wiz so much more popular than Pirate? I never played Pirate, but I'm wondering. It's because King's Isle hasn't, or, I mean, okay, they have recently, but there was a solid, like, 10 to 12 years where they didn't update, Pirate. So it's just neglected. Wait, did you skip that fight? Yeah, specifically for some reason in the Cave of Solitude, all of these fights you don't need to do. You just need to enter them and then leave. Why can you buy monstrous and arcane opponents but not gargantuan? I literally have no idea. For some reason, gargantuan is level gated and monstrous is not. I see, thank you. No problem, no problem. Insane Mushu tech, that's what I'm saying. It's very specifically during these quests. I don't know why. If you have a myth hitter for Belauer, what card should you use? Not sure if Troll or Cyclops would do enough damage. It depends on your gear setup. As long as your gear setup is good, then Cyclops and Troll should do plenty of damage. How it usually works is you have the 3 others triple feint into a 3-pip spell, and then you just keep hitting over and over again. And then I also usually carry
What a mistake.
oh wait, I don't need to do this either. You usually carry a 2-pip or a few 2-pips in there just in case I don't kill.
I am relieved that Tanago is a formidable opponent, but we can surprise.
Bro's a Pirate 101 hater.
He will not be expected.
Pirate 101 hater in the year of our Lord 2026.
And get the remaining piece of the Jade Scepter from him.
Now it's probably one of the best times to buy crowns on console. The big packs are 25% off. Hell yeah, hell yeah. Would buying areas with crowns be valid as well or no? I have a whole video on it. It really depends on how much you play the game or plan on playing the game. I think unless you plan on playing the game actively for like 3 years straight, you should just buy a membership. We're having heated pet debates in the chat right now, and I kind of respect it. No, please do a setup tour right now. I'm really curious. My PC's right there. My monitor, my second monitor's right here. My first monitor's right here. And that's it.
My little piggies warn me that you are coming.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't really want to. My desk is a little messy right now. I don't know if I want to show off my desk. Still rage baited by the top 10? Well, that's just on you. Because I did not rage bait. That was... If you're being rage baited and I'm unintentionally doing it, like, that's crazy. You didn't tell me where your camera was? It's right here. Let's see. A myth shield? Oh, no. Did I just discard my Pierce? I hope I didn't just discard my Pierce. If I did, that's rough. I'm getting a new desk built as soon as my lazy-ass carpenter arrives. Bro leaves me hanging today. Why do you have a carpenter? The way you said that's crazy. Would you consider doing a follow-up 24-hour Wiz playthrough, except you have to accept help and boost as much as possible? Probably not. I feel like it would be much less interesting. Also, I completely forgot to record this. That's rough. Well, that's okay. I can go back and record the live streams later. I wanted to, I've been trying to record all of this so that, like, you know, I have footage for when I make the video on it, but should be able to download the stream VOD from YouTube Studio. Yeah, but I don't think it's as high quality. I mean, it's just definitely not as high quality because my internet isn't perfect. It's not like my carpenter, but a carpenter I hire. It does compress to 720p. Yeah, it's fine though. We'll I'll get it going. Alright, I took a little bit more damage than I'd like this fight just purely because of the need to pierce. Guys, I checked the tomb they put my carpenter in and he's gone. What the fuck? Unlucky, unlucky. Would you ever consider a playthrough of not using AoEs every fight, intentionally making yourself use single target cards unless it's certain cheats? I have done that in the past. I just don't think that there's... Like, there's no point in making a challenge run out of it just because that would just be the base game but longer.
This headpiece in a
Imagine maxing a pet with crowns in Pirate. Imagine maxing a pet with crowns anywhere. Do you know why the Wiz servers went down last night / this morning? I assume it's just a regularly programmed maintenance. Nothing big.
wonderful. Now gather.
Use Brazier. Level 36. I don't know. So I did look it up. Because the people said that there were people that said that I could probably just train Orthrus at level 50. Apparently you do need to do the quest, I think. From what I understand, you do actually need to do the quest to train it, which means, again, I don't know whether or not to do the Orthrus quests in general, because it might be, I know for a fact it's a little bit harder, and also the fact that I don't know how long I'm going to end up using Orthrus for. It really depends on when I hit level 48. Some people are just balling with money. Some people do just ball with money. There was someone who was typing to me in chat it was a bit ago on stream, and he was just like, yeah, I just spent hundreds of dollars playing Wiz to max things out. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, what the heck? This seems like such a waste of money. And then he acted like I was attacking him by saying that he's wasting his money. And I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, man. It is just a waste of money. I got the Orthos Cross way before I could access the Labyrinth. Well, luckily, since I'm not doing any side quests, I should be fine. When are you doing Mount Olympus? I already did Mount Olympus. Did it last stream. Trick or treat. Trick or treat is how we greet. You say to the Halloween pumpkin. If you aren't giving KI hundreds a month, are you even a real player? Spittin', bro. Telling you Mount Olympus Farms gave you views, bro? I mean, yeah. Probably also helped the timing of that stream. It was a little bit later in the day. Man, why'd they move this guy? I liked him better where he was before. Now he's up here and he's all alone.
Thank you, Wizard.
Yellow teleporter, I guess. Speaking of Pyro 101, Dexnapon is here. Unfortunately, I don't know who you are, but I'm going to assume you're the local Pirate 101 celebrity. Welcome to the stream.
The shrine.
I do want to try Pirate again. Pirate's fun. I haven't had the motivation to do it. I have a real motivation problem when it comes to trying games. It's just port all the Mushu textures over from Pirate to Wiz. That's what I'm saying. Where's the fourth diseased mushroom? I'm just gonna... No, I'm not gonna switch realms. I was gonna switch realms, but don't want to do that. Never give it a chance because I couldn't understand the fighting mechanic as a kid. I always liked it with my swashbuckler, but... Finish Resident Evil, also play the old Resident Evil 4 even if you did the remake? I could. I really want to play Wiz, but I know as soon as I buy a membership, I'm not studying at all. See, that's a skill issue, because you just want to study while playing Wiz. That's the play.
I will stay here.
Your work now. Continue on
Listen,
the
if
journey
I
by
can...
bringing the Jade Scepter
If I can succeed in my entire first year of college
shrine of the
while having a full-time job and while recording Wiz videos every day, I think you can as well. If you want to stray from Wiz or watch you play Skyrim, Vanilla, or mods, I don't care. I would love to branch out someday, but not enough. The audience of Wiz is too varied, so I feel like nobody would, like, watch. I'd have to... I feel like if I were to ever do that, I would make, like, a hidden side channel and just see what happens. Another fight I can skip?
How I wish someone
Okay.
would send me a real challenge.
First year's easy mode, now to go professional half of the program. Yeah, if I ever... I'm sure if I ever wanted to get into something very complicated, I would definitely struggle a little bit more, but... Missed my first year, not gonna lie. First year was alright. Do you play other MMOs or just Wiz? Just Wiz. What's your major? No longer in college. And don't plan on finishing. I've realized that in this economy, in this life, it would be better to just learn a trade instead. Go to like a trade school or something. I would be much more interested in that, but I also don't need to. Truth nuke. But while I was in college, I did I majored in history education. That was also part of the reason. I was like, you know, do I really want to go this entire time, do this entire schooling, just to get a major where I earn like some of the least amount of money and is only useful for one specific job? And I went, you know what? Maybe not. Trades are underrated. That's what I'm saying. Everyone, like, a trade job is so easy because, not easy, but it's like, there's always need for trades, right? Like, there's never going to be a time where we don't need people to work on things. You could be a carpenter. I could be a carpenter if I wanted to be. You're not wrong. College is a scam depending on who you ask. Hey, listen. I'm almost done repaying my student loans from the 1 year of college that I did. Actually, it was 1.5 years of college. I'll keep that in mind, bro. I'll keep that in mind. You could be that one guy's specific carpenter. That's what I'm saying. Went to school for aviation, so expensive but worth it. I feel like that's one of those things, like, you have to actually enjoy it to want to do that. The thing is that I, like, looked at all the degrees and stuff, and I'm like, would I enjoy doing any of this? Probably not. There's also the hidden side thing. I mean, it depends on what it is, but there's certain jobs where you can go to college for them, but you'd probably be better off just making a portfolio and, like, doing it yourself, and then getting good enough at it that they just want to hire you anyway. Like, shit like coding and stuff, like, you could go to college for that, or you could just get good enough at it and have a good enough portfolio that people want you anyway. Exactly how I feel about being a video editor. You know, video editing is certainly a thing. I'm not the best at it, but I do it. Could always sell drugs. Breaking Bad style. You could go Breaking Bad style.
Yes. I can feel my beloved shrine is safe, and I am once again surrounded by its purity.
Schedule one stream when? That's the question. Alright. Kashibi Village should go pretty dang fast. Let's see. I have an hour left before I have to leave. I don't want to start Shirataki Temple and then be stuck doing it, so I might... How long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half? We'll see. We'll see how much time I have left, because I don't want to start Shirataki Temple and then have to stop. But it should be fine. It would absolutely suck if I did, like, 2/3 of Shirataki Temple and then I had to leave. You know what I mean? 30 minutes minimum? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I don't want to start it and then have to stop. Is Cronus still the best way to get Amber? I would say so, yeah. I think the most commonly accepted ways are Cronus, the Sand Squid, and King Parsley. But like Kyle says, Amber doesn't really matter anymore. You'd be much better off using gold skeleton keys to get spell limits to unlock a spell than you would crafting a spell. Whenever I say that, there's still like a few people that try to convince me, they're like, no, you're wasting a gold skeleton key getting the things, but like, no, I would much rather spend a gold skeleton key to get the 35 spell elements than I would craft the spell, especially if it's like rat spin or something. Rat spin is like probably... Rat spin or Pigsy are probably like the hardest spells in the entire game to craft, and they're the ones that you need the most as a life. Spell rating system introduced in 2019 started the downfall of Wiz. I wouldn't say downfall. That's a bit aggressive. Kind of skipped Grizzleheim and I'm level 50 now. Is it worth it to go through and complete the main story quest? That's up to you. I mean, Winter Tusk will give you some extra XP. You'd probably hit around level 56 to 60. Not gonna lie, I like spell writing. I like the concept of spell writing a lot. I just dislike the execution of... That's kind of, you know, honestly, I feel like I could say that about most Wiz features. It's like, I like the concept a lot. I just dislike how they introduced it. Spell writing concept even by itself is lazy? I don't know. I like it. I like it. The only thing I dislike about spell elements is that they're just dropped a little bit too infrequently. I think there's one of two ways they could instantly fix spell writing. Is either A, add a double spell element member benefit. I think that would actually almost instantly fix the issue. Or double the drops of spell elements from battles. And I think both of those would immediately make the spell element grind a little bit easier. Are you going to play the new Ravenwood game when it comes out? I mean, I'm sure I will play it. I don't know how into it I'm going to be, but I'll play it. I didn't get any of the Arc 1 spell elements because I did it years ago. I didn't get any of the spell elements because I did them years ago. The, like, Arc 1 and Arc 2 is just not... Even Arc 3, like, I didn't get any of the spell elements. Double reagents is double spell element? No, no. It does not double the spell element drops with double reagents. You know the chances on a pet may cast? It depends on the may cast, because some of the pet may casts have triggers, like specific triggers. All member benefits should be active permanently, IMO. I think what they should do, I'd like a happy medium of that, like they activate all of them every weekend or something. No, have you played the OG God of War games like on the PS2 and PS3? No. I was not a PlayStation kid. I was an Xbox kid.
I'm honored by his request, but I'm a warrior at heart.
So my rating's issue is that the trees are too long. 5 tiers means nothing when there's no difference between a tier 1 and tier 5 other than 30 damage. Yeah, I can see what you're saying. I can pick up what you're putting down. How did I not get 2 in battle? How did I not get 2 in battle? You know what? Whatever. Is another one coming? Oh, okay, there he is. Spellments that are for the Halloween death card that's out right now are horrible to farm for. What does Headless Horseman even do when it's upgraded? You know, I should probably type Wizard101, because surprise, surprise, typing in Headless Horseman does not bring up the Wizard101 spell. You can upgrade the damage a little bit, and you can add weaknesses to it, so it's pretty bad. I'd rather just not farm for it. Are Pierce talents good on pets, or are damage and resist always better? I like Pierce. My favorite pet, everyone will tell you, you know, what their favorite is and what they like the most. I personally, on my pets, I like having Breaker, which is the best Pierce talent, Proof, which is the best resist talent, triple damage, and then Mighty. And I just think that that's like, it's the best of all worlds, because you have good, decent enough resist, decent, like very good damage, and then you also have Pierce on top of that. But I mean, it depends on what you're doing, like what school you are. Because like on a Storm, a Fire, or a Myth, it might be better to do like double Pierce, triple damage. Damn, 12 hours down almost, 50% time left. Yeah, so I mean, still an hour and 40 minutes until that, but we'll see. We'll see. I imagine I should get pretty close to completing Mushu in that time, which is pretty good. We made a video on the Kroger jewels. I honestly forgot how they rotate them, and I know you can buy them online now. I mean, it's just every month is a different one. And I think they're fine, but I would never buy them.
I wouldn't want the villagers
Kroger jewels really just for PvP? For like the 2 people that PvP?
And tell him to distribute it like always.
Alright. Tuluk Quo. Don't even know what a Kroger jewel is. It's just they sell these cards that give a pet jewel, and the pet jewels have like Maycasts on them. How's Don Chico doing? Don Chico's always doing good. He's the GOAT. Whatever happened to the Maycast heal pets? I mean, nothing happened to them. People still use them. I've never liked Maycast because it's inconsistent and it just kind of annoyed me. But I don't hate them. They're good for specific instances. All right. Kyoto. Maycasts would go crazy when you're full HP, and then when you actually need them, it's like they don't exist. That's what I'm saying. Maycasts pets are alive and well in Decathlon. That's, I mean, hey, that's pretty cool. I don't do Decathlon, but that's pretty cool.
From this land.
Let's discard a trap, draw, Humongo, Frog Blade. Alright. Anyone else used to bike to Dollar General for the Wizard101 cards? That's pretty sick, but I didn't do that. I just asked for them from family members. I'd be like, hey, can I have Wizard101 card? And they'd be like, I guess. Fantastic Jin is so sleeper good. For 101 fights, it did like 20k damage with no feints. The gym spells are actually pretty good. I begged my parents to target every time, and they said no. I would say I begged them like every time, and I succeeded like maybe 25% of the time. You know, I always wonder. I think I've probably mentioned this vaguely before, but when I please don't use a myth shield. Okay, good. When I was a kid, I used to just do shit in Wiz, and I miss those days when I could just do shit. You know what I mean? Like, when I look at my fire has, in every world in the first 2 arcs, he has almost all of the defeat enemies badges grinded because of the amount of people I helped back in the day. And I sit there and I'm like, man, Kid Me was kind of a goat. He knew what was up. I'd spend 6 hours a day farming Kraken. Honestly, pretty sick. I only got a membership from my parents once every summer. Now I got adult money? Yeah. You're just lazy nowadays? I mean, probably, yeah. Hey, I still play Wiz, and I still grind Wiz. I used to buy random areas with crowns, and I never finished the Crocotopia storyline. Well... Okay, let's see.
Find no weapons here.
So here's the problem. Is that I need to leave in 45 minutes, but I feel like I will be cutting it very close doing Shirataki Temple. But can I finish Shirataki Temple? I could always finish... I could always get to the time, and then if I don't finish, I guess just pause the timer and spin around and then finish it off stream real fast. but we'll see, maybe. Wish there were friggin' mount stitching in this game. That's what I'm saying. I wish that there was,
I think he's more than proven himself.
if no mount stitching, I would absolutely love if they just added a jewel socket to every mount. That would be great. Maybe add like a new,
Those were all right.
a new...
Let's get to it.
Did
You say you have the jade.
he just leave without giving me the quest?
I just hope everything goes as planned.
Did he just leave without giving me the quest? Hello?
All right.
Rude?
Let's get to it. You say you have the jade scepter? Okay. I just hope everything goes as planned. I'll meet you at the shrine of the.
Yeah, I would love like a mount socketing, just because I hate, like, I want to use the mounts that I want to use, right? Like, I want to use them for looks. I don't want to have to change for stats. That's why I don't even use, like, I have the Bronto mount, but I don't use it because it's like, it's ugly.
And I'll try channeling the spirits. Here goes. Wow, what a rush.
All right.
I could feel those spirits swirling
Level
all
38, so I could go get something. It might be faster, honestly, to just go back to the, what's it called? The Jade Palace, but too late. I like the 50% movement mount, but it completely covers your outfit. The Celestial one? Yeah, it kind of sucks. Was the only MMO out there that I know of that has mount stats? Hey, to be fair, for a very long time, we didn't have mount stats. For like 15 years. And then they were like, what if we added them? But there's definitely, it's annoying that there's some that are like very, very useful. If they had just stuck with like the minor stats that don't mean much, like pip chance and whatnot, it would be fine, but how do you find a good team to do a skeleton key boss? You go to the commons and ask, I guess. Unless you're on console, in which case, good luck. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to start Shirataki Temple. I have to leave in 40 minutes. We're going to see if I can do it in 40 minutes. If I can't, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go AFK here and end stream and then finish it off camera real fast. But I'll keep the timer going and I'll keep you guys updated. I will not cheatsy doodle. I would never. Alright, stream tomorrow or no? Probably not. What's tomorrow? Thursday? No, I'll probably wait until Friday. We'll see. We shall see. Yeah, no, I decided to stream today instead of making a video. I was thinking about making a video, but I'm gonna probably make a video later today for tomorrow, so that I'm like ahead of the schedule. But if you want, you could all go watch, or just click on my latest video. That would be cool. Give it a little bit of a watch. It's a good background video, I feel like. But I guess that's probably all my videos. Alright, let's see. Spirit, let's just faint him. Already watch it? Alright. Wiz Discord's pretty bad, but the forums were better and more kid-friendly. I'm banned from the Discord. I feel like a lot of people are banned from the Wizard101 Discord. It seems like it's not, seems like it's not the best place to be. Alright, let's see. I'll just remove this with this. Stream's been in the background while I'm working? Hell yeah. Did anyone notice the Zen Master Blue no longer exists? We did. It's very disappointing. I imagine he just deleted, he took his channel down, which is really sad. Cause like, man. The worst part about that is I was meaning to go back and rewatch his Myth playthrough. Or like leave it in the background, but I just fucking, I missed it, man. Childhood gone? That's what I'm saying. I do not smoke weed. No, I don't do any. I do not do any substances. No alcohol, no weed. No drugs. Not for me, not for me. It was like a time capsule of a simpler time. That's what I'm saying.
I've gotten the key from him.
Blue was, inspirational. See, that's your first strike. Strike one, my bad. See, you know now. I don't understand why it's so hard for you to just be a normal human. Okay, I removed team-ups from gold key bosses. That sucks. King's Owl moment. Why'd you pick Myth for this challenge? Well, originally I picked Balance, and then I got absolutely brutally massacred. But, admittedly, wasn't the fault of Balance. That was just me getting unlucky, and then I decided to change. Everyone voted for me to restart, and then they were like, you could do a different school, and I was like, I guess I'll pick Myth. My original thought when doing this was that Life and Death are a no, because they don't have an AoE spell, which obviously is going to slow down the challenge massively. Ice is a no, because their damage is too low, and Dragonspire bosses spam ice shields. Storm is a no because they're very squishy, and in the first two worlds I would die a lot and would slow down the game a bit. And then that left Fire, Myth, and Balance. I think Fire could have been fine, but I think Myth was really, really good early game with the minions. Bro, I put up an Insta story right now, and my manager liked it. I'm supposed to be working. Bros, that is his way of telling you to get back to your job. I would have picked Fire, fastest 4-pip AoE animations. Fire probably would have, probably wouldn't have been a bad idea. I think the only reason why I didn't pick Fire was just purely because, I think that Myth is going to be, I think that Myth was so good early game. Like, the reason why I'm still on 1 death right now is just purely because I'm a Myth Wizard. If I wasn't a Myth Wizard, I think I would be on, like, 5+ deaths. The minions, it's really funny because minions in this game, they have so much potential, but they're just so useless once you get to like Marleybone. But in the first two worlds, minions were goated. Hello, Kaiser Noah. Hello, JK the Beast 5346. Hello. Death Wizards never die. Yeah, I mean, Death would have been if you could get Ship of Fools naturally, like if you could learn Ship of Fools without going to farm it, that Death would absolutely be the best thing for this playthrough, but can't do that. I'm here. Welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy your residency. One of us could have ported you to what? The lore boss, the gold key boss? I feel like that's against the spirit of the challenge a bit. I think, legitimately, I will enjoy the minion update when they inevitably do it at some point. I think, on my, what's it called? On my other account with my death and stuff, I will make a new myth as soon as that update comes out. Because I feel like it's just going to be fun. Okay, let me go first and give me 2 power pips. No. Now that's what I'm talking about, baby. This should kill with a boost. How do you feel about the Earthquake AoE? It's fine, but not... It's slower than Humongo Frog. It does, like, the same damage as Humongo Frog, and the side effect isn't that good. So... Is there any details on the minion update, or is it unknown how they'll be changed? From what I understand, from what I saw, is that they have a limited amount of spells they can cast now, but their AI is different. But I don't remember. Don't take my word on that. I don't remember all that much, but I just remember that it's a bit different than where it was before. I'm going to predict that you can get to Safaria. That was my initial prediction, but I thought about it a little bit more, and I think it's more likely that I get to Mid-Celestia. Okay. This is a bit annoying to go second, but it's fine. Are minions good? I think minions are decent in the first two worlds, and then they fall off completely. Monstrology, I've heard, is fine, but controllable minions is just companions in Pirate 101. I mean, kind of. But controllable minions would be very, very good. It would be nice. Please don't cast shields. Thank you. I'm a little scared of Malistaire, to be completely honest. I low-key think that they should make it so the 30-second timer doesn't exist when you're soloing. That could be cool. A cool update. It would make it a lot more strategic, maybe. What's your least favorite school enemy to go against? Mine's myth enemies because earthquake and stun spamming. That's definitely a good shout. I would say any ice enemies that still have tower shield I don't like. The 5-pip death minion's pretty good. I was using it in Dragonspire. It's pretty helpful. I'm sure there's reasons to use them, but it's just like as soon as you get to a certain point, it just makes so much more damage to use your pips on killing the enemies. I keep going second. That's unfortunate. And that's Storm Shield, which is why I brought Pierce. Gotta pierce that. Ice and Myth, Stun, and Shields. Yeah. Death Ninja Pigs is actually probably one of my least favorite spells in this game. When I see it, it like causes a primal reaction of rage in me. Okay, let's see. Give me Pierce, please. Thank you. I gotta date at 4 p.m. No. I have to go take a family member somewhere. Oh, that's just annoying. Why are you doing this? Show me the primal reaction of rage. I do not have, I don't have it in me right now. Those balanced Eyebots and Lemuria make me want to quit the game. Yeah, there's some rough enemies out there. Celestia and Winter Dusk ice enemies have been replaced by stun block. They do got that. It's made them a bit better, but there's still annoyances to be had. Man, this fight's taking me a little bit. Shirataki Temple is quite the long dungeon, huh? Winter Tusk Ice was horrible, yeah, before they changed the shields. Those 80%, minus 80% death shields life enemies have are a pain. I mean, yeah, that's just true for every school that has a shield. And ow. No, do you have a day job or is Wiz YouTube your primary source of income? I have a job. Sorry if it's too personal? No, that's fine. I don't say what I do because it's a bit, not because it's personal, just because I, you know, I guess fear of being doxxed, but like, no one could find me even if I said what I did, but I have a job, yes. Um... Is this the one where you can skip most fights? Can just walk through the barrier? I don't think that might be the case later on, but you can't do that the first time. Have you ever been recognized IRL as being a WizTuber? No. Funny enough,
You shame yourself
the
appearing in front of me.
only place outside of Wiz I've ever been recognized for being a YouTuber is in Valorant, and I've actually been recognized more playing Valorant as being a Wizard101 YouTuber than I have playing Wiz. If you disconnect your internet in front of the door, I think you can. Does it look like I can do that right now? I feel like there would be a bigger problem with the whole stream aspect of it if I did that. All right. I think I saw someone on Wiz the other day who made a Wiz called Bow Ring. Honestly, pretty sick. What's your favorite world aesthetically? I'm a big fan of snowy places. I like Caramel and Polaris a lot. Darkmoor is also pretty cool for like the exact opposite reason, like the whole dark and spooky aesthetic. Caramel might low-key be my top 1 least favorite world. Listen, it's okay to be wrong. Sometimes you're just wrong, and that's okay. Walrus goated Darkmoor sucks. That is an opinion of all time. That is certainly an opinion of all time. So Wiz the other day with the name of Lauren Ashthorne had the look of the gear and everything. That's kind of sick. Nobody will ever make me like Chrysalis. That's okay. Honestly, Mushu's going pretty well. Aberrant Paradox is the only good thing about Caramel. See, that's wild, because to me, that's like one of the only bad things about Caramel.
When I am done with you.
Let me add another Pierce, just in case. I swear, every single time I want to convert, I don't get it. Every time I don't, I do. It's just annoying. You don't think that Aberrant Paradox is cool? I think it's cool, but I think that it's one of my least favorite bosses in Caramel. I'm a much bigger fan of, like, the other designs. Boss been nerfed now? Okay, well, I haven't done it since the nerf, so I don't know if that, you know. I don't know how much it's been changed since then. Celestia has to be the worst looking world? No. I think it is ugly, but I think that Mushu is way worse. Also, I have 5 power pips right now. I'm going crazy. Marleybone's the worst world? I think thinking that Marleybone is the worst world is a crazy take. I can understand if you don't like it, but thinking it's the worst world is insane. Because it is so short and inoffensive that if you think it's the worst world, I don't know what you're on. Like, there are so many worlds that are actively painful to quest through, whereas Marleybone is 2 hours long. I love the infinite loading screen. Jupo even said Marleybone is the worst world in his ranking of Wizard101. It's pure filler by definition. Well, it's okay to be wrong. You know? Okay, there we go. Finally. Croc might be my least favorite world. See, that one's more justifiable, I feel. Let me draw one of these. Hit him with a... Do I even need to hit him with a feint? Probably not, but I'll put it up. Caramel isn't that bad. I'll change my mind. It's like a solid D tier, though. That's... Yeah. Jeep's wrong about Marley. I feel like the thing is that, like, I can understand if someone says they don't like Marleybone, fine. That's justifiable. I'll say, like, yeah, sure. If you think it's your least favorite world, you are absolutely on crack. Like, there is no way you say it's your least favorite world when, like, Azteca exists, when Lemuria exists, when, like... Hell, you could even say probably, like... There's quite a few other worlds. Croc? Wallaroo? Nah. I like waffles, you like pancakes, but no, like... Objectively, there is no way that Marleybone is the worst world in this game. It is 2 hours long. At worst, it's a nothing world. And if it's a nothing world, it's not the worst. Alright. Did that not kill the boss? That didn't kill the boss. That's annoying. If Wizard101, Marleybone, and Mushu looked like Pirate101, Marleybone, and Mushu, they would be the best worlds in the game. I think that's true for Mushu, but I think Marleybone needs it a bit less. Not saying it doesn't need it, but I think Mushu would be... Mushu would actually change. Like, if they changed the graphics, it would change in people's rankings. Whereas I don't think Marleybone would all that much.
Defeated, Hideyoshi crumples to the ground and fades.
Alright.
Demon
Let me
emerges
grab
from
that.
physical form. It is the
2 myth
plague
minions
of
is rather unfortunate, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me do that. Plague Oni. Let's throw... Throw up Convert. This one might be a try to take them down as fast as possible angle, because last time the minions did hella damage on me. So I'd rather, if I can just throw up 2 converts into a Humongo Frog. Alright. I didn't get a convert, which is actually very annoying. But surely it's fine. Tekka's pretty, though, and has the best battle music. Best battle music, I don't know about that, but it is very pretty. As Tekka, I just wish... I will say, if we're talking about filler in a quest line, as Tekka's got filler. There is like 50 quests in that world that do not matter. But I think that the end of the world is sick. Okay. That's better. I think Ratbeard said most of the player base is stuck between Azteca and Mirage. I'd be willing to bet that over 50% of those are in Azteca and Chrysalis. Ow. See, this is why I wanted to kill them as soon as possible. This might be a bit dicey. Please don't weakness me. Okay. Okay. We're good? We're good. They should do quite a bit of chip damage on the boss and take out the minions, which is necessary. I like that the end of Azteca, the change is permanent. Yeah. Honestly, can you imagine how metal as hell it would be if it just deleted from your world list after a certain amount of time? What's the housing item that you can display your armor on? I'm not sure. I'm sure that it's called armor stand of some kind. I couldn't tell you where to get it, though. Let's do a Cyclops. Faint into a Cyclops should be fine, and I shouldn't die or anything. Crystal's actually a pretty good world, though. Unlike Azteca, Crystal's, Polaris, and Mirage are the big three in a row that are good. I think that Crystal's is just too long, but I would agree that it's good. Fizzle's annoying. I'm so fed up with Crystal's, I'm not even done with half the world. Okay, but see, that's the thing, is that... Okay, that's just annoying. If you're almost done... If you're not even done with half the world, that means you haven't actually gotten into the good parts of it yet. You're about to. Please remove the myth. I just realized this isn't going to remove the myth shield, is it? It's going to remove the life shield. That's annoying. That's annoying. That's very annoying. This myth shield might have actually killed me. Do I have a pixie in my deck? I might have discarded it. Uh-oh. 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 That fizzle might have just killed this. How many worlds are there? I'm a newer player, like 20. What makes the two halves of Chrysalis so different? Chrysalis Part 2 is just much more fun, streamlined, less backtracky. Okay, wait, we're fine. I think we're fine. Please don't put up another Spirit Shield. I'll be a little bit perturbed. Alright. Hold up. I think we're fine. Oh yeah, we're very fine. We're very fine. We're good. Thoughts on the Croc graphic remaster? I think it was very necessary and very good, but I think that, I think it's disappointing that they didn't add a classic mode, so I'll never be able to see the original. But I think it was very necessary. Alright. I was able to do Shirataki Temple. Not bad. Not bad indeed. Was that 12% power pip? Wait, that's kind of a goated ring. I'm going to lock that. 12% power pip is kind of a game changer. Favorite professor? Probably Dorgan. Did they update the Croc story? No. The Croc, in my opinion, is the best way they could have changed it, where they changed literally nothing about it except for the graphics, which I think was a good thing. Alright, so I still have a good 15 minutes, so I'll probably do a little bit, I'll do a little bit more. Get started with the next part. I'll probably... You know what? No, I won't. Actually, I think it's fair. I think that's fine. Do you think it would be interesting if schools got special gimmicks outside of cards? Like passive heals, death having a little drain outside of spells, etc. I think it could be cool, but I don't think that... I don't think it's something King's Isle would ever do. You had a nice glow up? Thank you. Okay, actually, I am going to end after I get to Hideo Kebo here. There's no point in starting this, because I'm going to have to leave soon anyway. So I'm just going to... Today was a bit of a shorter stream, but nice 2 hours. What's the best PvE school? Absolutely Death. Hands down Death. Not even a contest. My 1156 was rejected due to change in rules? Hell yeah. For Mount Olympus run? Wait, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of nuts. Solo balance is way easier than Death? No. No, no, no.
Greeting.
Life has surprisingly good damage. Life is very good. I would say Life is, I would argue Life is probably the second best school in PvE. Alright, I'm gonna end that here. The timer's at 13:12:42. Let me just... The timer keeps closing itself. Let me pause. What was sorry, at 13:12:34. Pause. Pause, please. That's fine. It'll update later when I when I restart it. Let me just see. It was 13, 12, 42. 13, 12, 42 is when I stopped moving. All right, for the timer. Don't worry, the timer is something that I can reset anytime I want. Like, if I press the start button right now, you can see every time I press the start, it resets. So I have, a timer works. All right. I know this was a bit of a shorter stream, but I hope that you guys enjoyed. I'm going to come back probably on Friday. And finish up the Mushu then. For those of you that donated earlier, thank you. I really appreciate it. For those of you that tuned in, I appreciate it even more. I am going to I'm gonna hit the road. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day.